Yo, so it's Wednesday, it's market day, I'm in the truck, I'm pretty much prepped, I'm just cutting up my veg, my onions and stuff. Thought I'd just do a simple one. Let's see how it is today on the market, let's see how many we can sell. Nothing special really going on apart from I'm giving away, for my first 30 customers or so, I'm going to give them a free, I think it's called an Aragostine. It's like a Neapolitan little pastry, and these are filled with essentially with Nutella. Let me just get one for you. They smell amazing. Look at these things. So they're like a crunchy like phyllo pastry filled with like a chocolate hazelnut filling. My first 30 odd, I think there's about 30 in there. My first 30, 25, 30 customers are going to get a free one of these with their pizza as well as a little dessert, a little extra. So I'm just going to chuck one of them in the corner of the box. I've got a banging special today. It is, and I'll bake it for you in a bit, but it's a like pizza bianca, so white base basically. We've got a sort of whipped up garlic and lemon ricotta on the base. Going to hit that with some pecorino, some fresh basil, my fior di latte mozzarella, and I've got some amazing in-season UK grown asparagus, which I've just blanched for about 15 seconds to retain their colour. And they're going to go down, and I've got some lovely Sicilian inspired like sausage which I've cooked off yesterday in my garden. Check this out, here's the sausage squirting in slow motion, and cooked them off yesterday in my little arc light in the garden just till they're done, and then I've chopped them on an angle and they're going to go on the pizza. It's going to get baked and I'm going to finish it with a little fresh parsley, and that one's going to be beautiful, colourful, fragrant, fresh. There's a really nice little like lemon and garlic like buzz coming through that kind of base sauce, which should harmonise nicely with everything. So yeah, that's today. So I'm going to get on, I'm going to cut my onions, cut my chilli, and then we will crack on with the day and see what the day brings. Let's go. So as you can see here, I'm cutting the andouille. This stuff is absolute meat gold, and I've slipped on a pair of gloves. I don't wear gloves that often. The only time I really will is when I'm handling stuff like this. I just don't want it to stain my fingers when I'm prepping, or if I've got a cut on my hand or something like that. I just cut this up into chunks, ready to go onto the pizza. But once it's done, I just go and wash my hands, because I need to sort out my basil basically now. So I need to pick my basil leaves, and then all I need to do is write my menu, and I'm basically done, I'm ready to go. So just wash them off. I get so many comments about the amount of blue roll I need and I use, but if you ever look at this, look, I'm using it all to dry my hands. Like, people moan at me for not washing my hands, people moan at me for using too much blue roll when I do wash my hands. They moan that I don't rinse them long enough, they moan that I don't wear gloves, but you know, I wore gloves like I just explained to do the Nutella. I mean, not the Nutella, the andouille. Nutella's on my brain because of the little things I'm giving away. But right, let's do the basil. So I've got some bunches of basil here. Each one of these is about 100 gram bunch actually. So usually, like, I often get my basil delivered to me. Oh, I can't see me there. I often get my basil delivered to me from my a greengrocer comes and drops it off at my house. A kilo box normally arrives on a Monday or Tuesday normally. I'm not using 1 kilo of basil that often at the minute, and you know, there's only a certain amount of pesto that one can make and use. So currently I'm sort of getting my basil from local supermarkets and shops and things like that, and you know, there's a few places that do larger bags, because you don't want to be buying like 25 or 30 gram bags of basil. It's so much plastic waste. It's, you know, it's often not the best stuff, and I found buying it in larger bunches, it lasts longer and you actually get better basil. For some reason, I don't know, it is just better. So this stuff is actually from Sainsbury's. They do a 100 gram large bag. Marks and Spencer's also do 100 grams. Some of the bigger shops do a large bag of basil, and it's just better. It's usually Kenyan basil, you know, or British sometimes as well, which is quite nice. But you know, the one that I normally get delivered is normally either Kenyan or Israeli, but that's another story, because that's not really available. So yeah, basically I just pick the leaves off, all the nice ones, any sort of rubbishy brownish ones, but I mean this is pretty nice basil, it's all pretty fresh, so I'll just pick off all the good leaves and load them up into my gastro. This will live in the fridge. The leaves don't wilt as well, you know, because I have them inside the chiller, but you know, you can kind of a lot of people I've noticed, you leave their sort of basil leaves in water, they rinse them, they do all sorts of stuff to keep them from wilting, but I find, and I've always done it, that if it's in a cold gastronorm, if it's good basil, it will last and it won't wilt. It's just as long as you've not got it in the heat, so, or in the direct sunlight and stuff like that, because it will wilt relatively fast. But this basil will stay fresh all day long in my toppings fridge, and yeah, and it'll be all good all day basically. But yeah, there's some nice looking basil leaves on here. Let's pick a. I mean, you know what a basil leaf looks like. Look at this. Look. It's a beautiful leaf of basil. Lovely. I like basil so much. I have basil on my tattoo on my arm as part of that, which is going to get bigger eventually, by the way. So yeah, that's basil. I've written out the menu. So, well, although I've written out the one that I need to. So just simple sausage and asparagus. We have got garlic lemon ricotta, pecorino, basil, mozzarella, asparagus, Sicilian style sausage, finished with fresh parsley. This one's going to slap. So let's get the menu out and then I'll bake it and show you what it's like. Right, menu's up. Just got to put my no dough left sign up on my roof for later. I was just chatting to Matt actually over there, the bagel man, who's setting up a beagle, I don't know how you say it. I was just chatting to him, like, and I just took, as I did the menu, I just sort of stood there, just kind of looked in the van from a customer's point of view. It's always good to do that. Take a step back once you've set up and just look at your setup and kind of like just sort of take it in and sort of have a little process, sort of have a look, think about what the customer sees, kind of thing from their angle. Like, is there something that needs wiping, or like, you know, that you've missed, or, you know, does it look good? And yeah, it does. It looks bloody epic. So, right, let's make this pizza. Let's get dough out. Right, today we're going to get some semolina or semolina rimancinata. This is what I use on the deck. Amazing stuff. Let me just start this light. I think it's that light. There we go. Amazing stuff. It's like re-milled. It's like semolina that's been like milled finer, basically, and it's nice. It's not like grainy, but it's a bit better, a little bit heavier than a flour, and won't make so much of a mess. Dough today, we are running 62.5% hydration. Notice there's 14 in this tray. I put 14 in each tray. It just means it's easier for me to get the first one out. We are 24 hours old, pretty much at this point now. What time is it? It is 9:37 in the morning. So yeah, it's coming up to 24 hours old. So I'm just going to cut one out. I put a bit of semolina or flour down each edge of the dough ball before I cut it out, and basically just gonna cut down the side, cut down the lines of the dough, and what happens is it drops down, and then we're going to get our peel underneath and lift it straight up. Put it upside down. Lid back on the dough. I'll always put the lid back on the dough, unless I'm absolutely slamming them out, then I'll just leave it off because it's a lot quicker. But let me bring you in and show you the stretch. So we've got a dough here. You see there's all these little bubbles in it, little fermentation bubbles. It's just come out. It's a little bit squiffy, so I'm just gonna get it back into a round, but without overly messing with it. We've got a round, now it's time to stretch. Little smiley face. Tell you what, let's switch to some slow-mo to show you this, and I'll do a little voiceover. Right, so I've got my fingers here and I'm pushing them down into like the mouth of that smiley, and I'm just working my way towards like the edge. I'm forming that crust, I'm pushing the air towards that crust. If you have a look at this, and I just get to the end and I get to about like an index finger's width, use the other hand just to sort of craft that edge. I'm just pushing my fingers up against it basically, and I'm just flattening it out. I'm kind of using most of like the palm, and I get to a point where I'm ready to flip it over, and now I'm going to work the other side. So I'm working from the bottom again to the top. A lot of people flick the whole dough ball over, but I prefer to just work on one side so I don't force any more flour into the top of the dough ball. The top that I'm going to top, I don't need any more flour on there. Because I turned it over into that flour when I took it out of the dough tray, it's coated it enough that my hands don't stick. So at this point, I'm just crafting that sort of edge. I'm just sort of making sure that it's nice and flat and it's about ready to stretch. So I'll give it one last little slap. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, like, I slam it down, I turn my hand over, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be bringing the dough over onto that hand. So I'm going to get underneath it and I just turn it over onto my wrist. And this is what I'm going to show you. I'm showing you now before I do it. So flip it over, and what I'm going to do is clear away all that excess flour. And this is where I just reset. So I'm going to put my left hand down at like a 90-degree angle. I'm going to slam the dough ball down, I'm going to catch it. So I just caught it like that and I just flick it back. There's no rest here, it's just catch and flick basically. I'm not giving it like a little pull or a tug. And the dough's going to go through pretty much a full rotation whilst I'm doing this. And what this is doing is stretching from the edge and not from the middle. So, you know, I'm just supporting it, clear away that excess, and there we have it. We've got a really nice dough ball, ready to go, ready to be topped. Yeah, it's easy as that. You see that? That's the process, nice and simple. You get a nice even round basically. So what we got here, we're not going to go too crazy with the ricotta. Just one little spoon here. This is just a dessert spoon. This, like I say, to make this, I just got, it's about 3 or 4 little tubs of ricotta, salt, pepper, nice amount of, someone just messaged me, like a nice amount of garlic, like fresh garlic went in there, and some lemon zest and a little lemon juice just to help it along, and that's perfect. You don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to like make this pizza like too wet or moist or anything like that. Nice amount of pecorino on there. Gonna get some fresh basil. I'm gonna put the basil on it at this point underneath the cheese, because we're gonna hit it with some fresh parsley for some nice green at the end. And I always like to put my basil on earlier on. I think it flavours the entire dish. Got some chunkier bits of cheese there. I'm just going to break them up, and it helps to flavour the entire thing. Don't need to go too crazy on the cheese because it's got the ricotta on the base. Then we're going to get our asparagus. So these have just been blanched, beautiful. They retain the colour. I'm just going to put, I'm tempted to just put like 4 or 5, and I think I'm going to just go in a line. I don't know. This is my moment to kind of like think about it and think about how it looks. Do I keep them all in the same line? I think, yeah, I'm going to go 5. That looks nice. Yeah, just blanched them for like 15-20 seconds in the oven. I mean, in some sort of water at home, some boiling water. Dunked them into like an ice bath, and then just chilled them basically. So that's them done. And then the sausage, this is Sicilian sausage. I pre-cooked it in my arc light oven and to temperature, cooled it down, and I've cut it on the angle because it looks pretty nice. So that's like cut thin enough, it will reheat and it will cook just like a bit of pepperoni will in the oven. Oven is rocking. We got our peel. Gonna get our pro peel underneath. It's a 270 gram dough ball. We'll go to the limits of this peel, which is like 12 inches. Just gonna have a little rejig. That's looking lovely. That bit of asparagus has sort of moved, but yeah, that's looking really nice. Nice moment to just reassess. A little bit of cheese there, a little bit of cheese there. Right, let's go. Pizza on a peel, into the oven, straight in towards the back, straight down and out. Like I say, oven running at 483 degrees, so we're like almost 490 on the stone. Quite a windy day today. It's affecting this oven ever so slightly. The flame is dancing around a little bit, but just going to keep that temperature up in there. Air temp is solid. I can see already the pizza is starting to rise a little bit. We're getting a little bit of a puff on it. Just that little peekaboo, just to have a little assess on the base, just to see what kind of colour it's at. If I need to get my peel underneath it early, but I can leave it alone for a little bit. It's kind of like your limit. You don't want to go in too early because you're more likely going to rip it because it's not quite set yet. and you don't want to leave it too late in case the stone is a little bit too hot and you sort of burn it. But look at that, that's looking beautiful. Get a nice even rise. Like I say, dough about 24 hours old, all room temperature fermentation. My prep room was about 18 degrees centigrade. 3% salt, so that's 30 grams of salt per kilo of flour, and I used about 1 gram, I think it was bang on 1 gram of fresh yeast per kilo of flour used. I've made enough for about 85 dough balls today, something like that. It's about 13, no, about 80 actually. It's about 13 kilos of flour. And right now I can see that I'm getting no more rise, I'm getting a nice cook on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate it around, spin it around until I've got the desired bake on this pizza, and it's done. The wind is absolutely ridiculous today. So there you go, look at that. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to use the slicer, white one. Oh yeah, it has softened nicely so I can cut through the asparagus. Right, and then what we got our little fresh parsley finish. Just to chazz it up slightly. And I might hit it with a little bit more of the pecorino, just because it looks pretty. Right, let's show you it. Check it out. Beautiful, beautiful looking pizza. Smells amazing. I'm going to go share a slice. I'm going to take some photos of this one for the old social, and then I'm going to go and share a slice. I'm going to have a little bite and give the rest of it to Carmelo, but that looks pretty awesome. Let's show you a little slow-mo. Right, I did it again. I left my camera on slow-mo for a hell of a lot of that. I had a guy, annoyingly, I filmed an entire thing. I had a guy just turn up. Oh man, that's really rubbish. I had a guy who just drove 6 hours, well, basically he's driven 3 hours all the way from a place called Widnes, it's up near Liverpool. He drove 3 hours this morning just to come and get pizza, and he came and got 4 pizzas. Which was awesome, and then he's just literally turned around and gone back again. And then I had another customer who bought 3 pizzas, and then another one that's ordered these 2, and then another guy just came with a pizza, and then I made him a coffee with my little espresso machine and gave him a little one of the little Aragostine things. So yeah, it's a pretty cool morning, but I'm a tray down a dough already, and it's not even 11 o'clock in the morning now. But yeah, hopefully we can get back on track. It's really annoying that I didn't film that, and yeah, hopefully he's not going to be disappointed that he's not in the video. Oh, I did that. That was such a rookie mistake, leaving my thing on bloody on slow-mo, because the problem is I can't speed it up because it doesn't record any sound when it's on slow-mo, so I can't even speed it up, and you know, I'm not going to do like a voiceover of someone else's voice or anything like that, and you speed it up and it looks weird anyway. So anyway, back on track. We're a tray down. It's been quite a nice, enjoyable morning so far. Yeah, chatting to people, making coffee, having a nice morning. This one is a margarita and a peddler being picked up by a customer in probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I've got 2 more to cook for the wife and her friends, and then we are ready to go. Last out of the day. I reckon if the weather holds, which I think it is going to be just sunny and windy, we should be on for a pretty good day, so it might be a decent early finish today, which would be nice. Hello mate, I'm alright. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm serving. I'm just
I'm grabbing them now because obviously at lunchtime it's mental.
Yeah, no, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Now, then I'll have them later.
Cool, no worries, what would you like?
I'm going to have one peddler, please, pal.
Yep.
What else? I'll have a margarita as well.
Yep.
And pepperoni as well.
Nice. Triple threat. Margarita, pepperoni, peddler. Lovely.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Man, loads of people are doing this. I've already had. I had someone.
Get them in advance.
I had someone. My first customer was at 9:30, and he bought 4 pizzas, and the next one bought 3 to have later. The next customer, they're picking these up. They're having them later on.
Yeah.
So it's everyone's.
That's not bad thing. You know, that means you're now busy in the morning as well.
It's nice, yeah, because I get ahead of myself, sort of thing, and just.
The only problem is that people are rocking up for the first time at lunchtime. They're not going to potentially get one.
Well. Yeah, but
what might also happen is that you might be busy all throughout the morning and all throughout the lunch.
So the crazy thing is, sometimes, I mean, not recently, but like sort of towards like the end of last year, I don't know, sort of winter time, but last year I was getting a really weird little lull around midday, where usually that's when it just spikes, but then suddenly it just drop off for like only like 10-15 minute drop off. But it just
enough time to get catch your breath.
Yeah, but the problem is when that happens, you sort of, you know, the ovens, you have to turn them down, you settle, you kind of relax for a moment, and then you can lose your rhythm.
Yeah,
as it were. It's nice to be busy and just be slamming them out. So I'm using that as like a little paperweight for the winds. Man, and I've got to keep the back door open, because otherwise I'm going to get too hot. But yeah, the wind is just coming through at a really annoying angle.
It's a nice day, but it's crazy out there.
It is. Just a couple of these in there for the customer. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. I realised I have to cut them with this one though, because if I use the wheel, it just like picks up the asparagus and shoots it through.
Push it about.
You ain't got no allergies, nut allergies or anything? No, I'm going to stick a little dessert in there for you.
Thank you very much.
Little Nutella pastry.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
Dude,
you.
enjoy.
Until next time.
Thank you.
Take
See you
care.
soon. Right, little pepperoni, yeah?
Please.
Let's go. You well?
As well as I can be, I guess. Yeah.
Sun's shining.
Oh, it's lovely, yeah.
You're about to consume pizza. Life is good, right?
Life is good, yeah.
Right, margarita on order. We're on a 3rd tray of dough. And we've already got we've got a queue. Goes. Hello, young man.
Hello, beautiful boy. How are you?
Oh, how are you?
Not too bad. Social media was our chosen jewel last night.
It was. You did well.
What was your? Oh, it's the sausage. Oh,
You saw the sausage, did you?
I did. I thought you were very witty.
The usual?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. Yeah, I saw an opportunity and I took it with that one.
Well, what do you do with the sausages? You're putting them on a.
So they're on a pizza, yeah. So they're
Yeah.
on the special one. Yeah, pre-bake, pre-roasted at home, just so they're cooked through and then sliced, and they go on the special. Quite nice to be able to prep inside, like in one of the pizza ovens outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I do a lot of the prep like in the ovens at home. It's they're just really good for like roasting things like that, like sausages and meats and stuff and veggies. Like I had a leek special the other week, and I just charred them off and blackened the leeks in the oven, which works really well. Right, that one's in. Boss man, like a little pastry in there? Yeah? I'll put 2 in there, 1 each. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Cheers. Enjoy. Ooh. Got a little pastry in there as well.
What sort of pastry is
They're like Neapolitan, like phyllo sort of Nutella, like hazelnut chocolate phyllo pastries.
You're trying to get me back up to 20 stone, aren't you?
Ah,
Sounds fantastic.
I'll chuck one in there for you. No worries.
Zap me and I'll zap you.
Oh, let's do it. Give it a tap just below. Oh, it's a beauty, this one.
Boy.
Nice one, no problem. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Very well,
I was just
thanks.
wondering, when the peddler, is the honey like really sweet? Does it
It's honey. It doesn't overpower it at all. It works in harmony with everything on there.
Perfect. All right, then I'll get a peddler
Definitely.
and I'll get a margarita.
Nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Margarita peddler. Give it a tap just below, whatever it says. Just below the hatch.
Sorry, excuse me. There you go. You are a dream date. Oh, that's looking spot on. Oh no. Oh. You are the greatest human being in the world.
Enjoy. Thank you. Take care. Right. Peddler and margarita coming up. We've hit a busy spot. Margarita. Hey Meta, record a video. One margarita. Lovely. Yes, sir. Special. Nice. Just give it a tap just below. Lovely. Be a couple of minutes. Thank you. Midday queue. We are almost 45 pizzas down already by midday. Absolutely wild. Look at that beauty.
So sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. 1 second, sir. That's your margarita just there. That one's yours. Thank you. And then your 2.
Thank
Yes,
you.
boss. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy. Thank you. Special asparagus. one like that, and sausage. We are thundering through it. It is 12:35. I think I've only got a tray and a bit left after this. I think I'm going to be done by latest 1:30 today. On order we have a margarita. It was Marg and a peddler, wasn't it?
That's correct.
Yeah, cool. Margarita and a peddler. Bless him, Matt from the Beats and Bagels. He's given up today. The wind is giving him too much crap. His gazebo like shifted about a foot earlier with the wind, so he's kind of he's called it a day. It's just too much. It's the bonus of being in a truck or a van or a trailer. It's the wind doesn't really bother me too much at all. It's like the flames might dance around a little bit, but I'm not going to blow over or blow away. I mean, it's super sketchy when you're in a gazebo and the wind. You can handle everything, but the wind's the worst. That was a bit of a dodgy pickup then. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on. There we go. Right, I've actually put a little bit of a hole in that one there, so I'm going to use the old basil trick just to plug that hole, and hopefully that'll be alright. Yep, stayed there. So when I went to pick that up, I must have had a bit of cheese or something underneath, and it must have just split a little hole in it, but that'll be fine. That saved it. Right, Peddler Marg are in. Yes, sir.
Yes, brother. How are we, peddler, please?
A wee peddler. Right, it's my last special gone. Order is a peddler and a special. I'm now over halfway through this tray, so there's 7 left in that one, and I've got like another half a tray. So yeah, not many left to go. Going to be some disappointed people today out there. Right, margarita's going in, pretty much down to my last tray, and I'm going to have to disappoint some people because I've got more people in the queue than I do dough balls, which is always an awkward moment when you get to this point in the afternoon. Right, 6 left to serve. Let's disappoint some people. Might get some disappointed faces. Let's have a look. Hi there.
Hi.
How many? Just want to know how many you're after.
One.
One. Okay, 1 second. How many are you guys?
2.
2. 1, 2, 3. Alright, 1 second. I've only got like 6 left. Fellas, how many pizzas do you want? 2. 1. I've only got 1. Eddie, I've sold out. I'm so sorry. Sorry guys. I'm so sorry, I've sold out after this gentleman in the hoodie. Yeah, that's it, yeah, no dough. Thank you guys, I'm so sorry. Whoops. Yeah, it would have been bad if you just said 5. Yeah, so
Yeah, sorry.
yeah, it's happened before.
Bad. This person got beaten.
But yeah, awful. Of course you can. I cut it nice and even, just for you guys. Enjoy. Good luck, yeah? Enjoy.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much. What was your name?
Adhan.
Ahun.
Yes.
That's cool. That's the first one of those I've ever had, so thank you. Much appreciated. Enjoy. Thank you. That's it. All done. 1:40 was the official finish time. Pretty good day, right? Mad, absolutely like brutal wind. I'm going to go talk to Matt actually because he's had a bit of a shocker with the wind. Yeah, mad, right? Nice sunny day, windy day. I hope you enjoyed it, like fly on the wall style, back to basics, back to just a day in the market, chatting to people, and a little bit of fun. So on to the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and as always, if you want like a recipe, if you want my recipe, exactly the same dough that I serve and use on the market, it's just up here.
I know the bed. Break you in,